Hi, this is Dale O'Shields, pastor of Church of the Redeemer. Thanks so much for joining me for our devotional time. I want to talk to you today about resetting your life. How do you deal with your life? Let's think about it as an operating system. We've been using that analogy this week in our devotion time together. You know, with your smartphone or with your tablet or with your computer, there are those times that you need to reset it, or you need to be aware of the fact that something's gotten into your system that needs to be addressed. Sometimes it's a virus that gets into your system. Sometimes it's malware that gets into your system. But you need to address it and address it quickly, because the longer the virus is there, the malware is there, the more damage potentially it can do. Well, there are times in our lives that we have spiritual viruses or spiritual malware that gets into our system. And the way that it gets into our system generally is through our thinking, by the things we're exposed to and by the way we start thinking about certain things, sinful thoughts, negative thoughts, things that start getting into the way we process our attitudes and respond to life. And then our feelings get all out of whack. And we find that our system is not running very well because something has gotten into us that shouldn't be there. That's why the Apostle Paul reminded us of the importance of having some filters in our minds so that we filter out the viruses, we filter out the malware, so that we are staying on track with God. We have a protective system that keeps us from being infected by things that are, if you will, toxic, poisonous, we might say even dysfunctional in the way that we think. And additionally, it's obviously sinful. Let me read you Philippians chapter 4, verses 8 and 9. Listen to what Paul writes about this. And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts. Notice this. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. Keep putting into practice all you learned and received from me, everything you heard from me and saw me doing. Then the God of peace will be with you. Paul reminds us of the importance of putting some filters in our mind. He lists actually 8 characteristics that we don't have time today to talk about. I would encourage you to take some time and review these yourself. But the key thing is to get some things that filter out the negative, that filter out the sinful, and make sure that the holy, right, and wholesome thoughts are there. Why? Because if you don't, viruses will infect your mind. Viruses will affect your thinking processes and your attitudes. Malware will get in your system, and you will not function your best for God. So let today be a day that you remind yourself of the importance of filters. Get them in place, keep them in place, and your life will have God's peace resting upon it.